Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, February 14th. Welcome aboard, it's love. I am Bishop Terrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral. With me today is Sunshine Cathedral's executive minister. He's also my Valentine, Bishop Robert Griffin, Sunshine Cathedral's Minister of Connections, the Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Sunshine Cathedral's Minister of Education, Reverend Kevin Tisdall. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be a part of it no matter where you live in the world. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight, and we produced the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th. We're the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. If you enjoyed the Queer God Squad, please share this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Hate group is literally owned by Methodist Church. Well, it's Valentine's Day. Let's talk about hate. A historic black church in Washington, D.C. has been awarded control of the name of an extremist group that vandalized its property. Recently, D.C. Superior Court Judge Tanya Jones-Bozer ordered that all interest in Proud Boys International trademark name Proud Boys be given to Metropolitan Methodist Episcopal Church in Washington, D.C. No one can sell, transfer, license, or dispose of the Proud Boys trademark name without permission from the church or the court, according to the judgment. The order is a victory for the church after it asked the court to enforce a default judgment of $2.8 million in damages and said it was, quote, entitled to all of PBI's interest in the Proud Boys trademark and a lien on the trademark, end quote. The judgment was originally awarded because in 2020, during a Trump rally, members of the Proud Boys vandalized the church by destroying and burning a Black Lives Matter sign on the church's lawn. It was meant to intimidate, the court ruled, and therefore exceeded the limits of free expression. Now that Metropolitan AME owns the trademark and residuals from it, the church has become the first black institution to own the property of a white supremacist organization. In this chaotic and even dystopian time in American history, it is very encouraging when justice prevails. What say ye, Queer God Squad? Let's talk about hate, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Kudos for the church. Kudos for the judgment. Kudos for them standing their ground to make this action and sticking with it and not being intimidated by this group of Proud Boys. You know, if you go back and watch the news, you can see all this on the news in real time as it was happening. As the Proud Boys was on the church lawn and all this stuff. And it's taken some years for this to come about, for judgment and justice to happen, but good for them. And I hope it stands, first of all, and it doesn't get overturned or anything like that. But it also sends a clear message that justice still prevails. And in this case, what was done at this particular historic black church means a lot to say we're still here and we're still standing and fighting for our rights. Mm-hmm. And we're not going to be intimidated by you or by anyone else, regardless as to who you are and what you do. And I'm just glad that at this moment, the Proud Boys have been put in check. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And any association of that name goes with it, even from the White House down.
Yeah. You know, the prophet Cher told us, right? She said long ago, words are like weapons, they wound sometimes. And this, you see this, that all of this hate talk, all of this condemning woke, all this condemning DEI, all this condemning Black Lives Matter, all this condemning the pride flag, it gets the less stable among us worked up, and it gives them tacit permission to act out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So all of this hate speech is inevitably going to lead to violence and destruction and chaos. So of course they set this flag on fire, because they'd been hearing at that point for a year or more that those letters, when combined, were pure evil. and somehow a threat to white people. And so they were egged on to do that. I wish there was some way that you could just, as the 45th occupant of the Oval Office was impeached for fomenting a rebellion, fomenting a revolution, an attack on the Capitol. He and his ilk should be similarly be sued for damages for inciting this kind of behavior, because they do. They just beat these drums, and it has this hypnotic effect, especially on weak people who are looking for something to be stirred up about. And so yes, they're immigrants, LGBTQ plus community, transgender people, African Americans, Native Americans, Latin Americans, even those that are for real citizens or for real legal residents. There's just a lot of chaos and a lot of pain and a lot of ugliness, and it is promoted. If we had a different conversation, if we had a different tone of conversation, fewer people would feel that they had permission to do reprehensible things. And so just like, it's the guns, it's also the hate speech. And so yeah, I'm glad the Proud Boys are terrible, terrible, terrible people, and I'm glad they're being held accountable, but they did not act in a vacuum.
No. That is right. I think this is a fabulous story. I just love that it is a strike back to those who are very intentional about hurting others and wanting to hurt others. It actually kind of gives me hope when you hear stories like this, that this kind of thing can still happen. Justice will prevail.
And you don't have to take it.
Exactly. Do something.
Disciplined.
Oh, absolutely.
Nonviolent.
Absolutely.
But also, don't take it.
Right. Absolutely.
And I think that this says one more thing, because the way I'm reading it, the Proud Boys didn't even defend it. They didn't even go to court to say anything about it. They thought that it would just go away, and that a court said to them, no, you're going to pay them $2.8 million. Now the judge is saying, oh, you're still ignoring them? So now you don't own yourself. You no longer are Proud Boys International, whatever. You are part of an African American Episcopal church, and all of your money's going to go to them.
You can't sell anything without their permission.
And I think,
and if you do sell it, they get the profits.
And that's the message that I think that we need to send as often as possible. Simply because you're ignored doesn't mean that there's nobody listening.
Right.
Somebody out there hears what you're saying, and justice delayed is justice denied. Yeah, and show me the money.
And I think this is becoming a new way of how we can show resistance. Resistance is becoming that new buzzword, if you will, that I know people are not liking already. But there is validity in resistance, and this is a form of resistance behavior. It's not violent. This is how you take the justice systems and use it to work for you, and you resist what people are doing to you, especially when this kind of hate comes towards you, whether it's speech or whether it's an action. You resist.
This is Mandy Carter. This is Ruby Sales. This is Byron.
Byron Rustin?
Yes.
Bayard.
Yes. And Bayard Rustin. And this is Dr. King, and this is Abernathy, and this is
John
Jesse
Lewis.
Jackson, and this is what we learned. And we need it. We need it every day right now. So thank God for the people of faith who've shown us how to withstand these really ugly, diabolical attacks.
And I think it's a good reminder also, in a few weeks from this, the Pettimus Bridge, Selma, 60th anniversary will take place. And so this is another reminder what long-term fighting can do to get you to step in front of people, is to resist. You don't step back, and you do what you got to do. You step it up and step it out.
All right.
Well, that's today for the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful travel experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value starting at just $199 and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
We want to thank you for joining us. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBT community is talking about. Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together.
We all are in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.
Bye.